Hey kids, let's talk about the fireman. We're still in 1970. A ton of stuff happens in 1970. And once again, check out Jeff Rosenberg's book. There's all kinds of interesting stuff in here on the different mustaches and your checklist, different pictures. And this is what I've used to grow my collection. And I haven't gotten some of this cool stuff, but you can see I've done okay. Yeah, I'll call it okay. There's still a way to go. So let's check out what we got here. You've got a DBP. We've seen this one in the DBP video. It's DBP2. It's one of the common PAL ones. And so you've got your normal red hat, you got a mustache, you got your badge. And that's where you're going to find a lot of the variations besides the stem. There's some cool head variations as well. This pointy mustache means it's not Yugo. It should be on Austria. Hong Kong is going to look like this, but a little less pointy. And let's do that now. See, on the right, you've got Hong Kong. See how it's still the same shape, but it's a little less pointy. And if you look at the contours, at least according to Jeff's book, you're going to find more detail on Hong Kong. My eyes aren't so good. Let me zoom in a little bit. Well, hello. Yeah, I guess there's some more detail, but to me, it's the pointiness. On the left is Austria, on the right is Hong Kong. Now, there are some differences even within that, so read the book. I dropped a foot. Okay, now, that's DBP. Now, over here, we've got the 2.6 Yugo double half flower. Somebody asked me about a double half flower, and you see those two semicircles under the word Yugo. The thought is that that was used as a kind of a placeholder for the stamp or the mold, the thing that you see that square kind of outline around the U.S. patent and the Yugo information. So Yugo, you got that same pointy stash as Austria back in the 2.6 days. Now, if you read Jeff's book, it'll tell you why the thinking is that it moved on to this Yugo, which is, look at that mustache. It's not pointy. It's kind of straight out to the sides. And that's how it got when we're up to the 3.9. Where is it? Can you see the 3.9? I can. It's Yugo. And this is one of the cool orange heads. I like these. A lot of the collectors like the orange heads. They're harder to find, and you're not going to find them in all the PAL variations. This is a 3.9 Yugo as well. And as you can see, it's a different kind of orange. Maybe more of a pink. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. Also notice that the badge color has changed. We're in a light gray. To somebody's point, Pez didn't do this on purpose. Probably. It's just the color that they made. So be it. There's also a white one out there. Not too many of those. Okay. You see some differences going on here. Now, the first thing you might notice here is the color. But if you look, you also see that the head appears a bit fatter. And that's correct. These are the USA heads. You can tell they're USA because of how this line here goes straight back. There's no divot. What does he mean by divot? I'll show you. On all the other heads, you see how there's... When you bend it back, the inside of the head, this rectangular inside piece, changes when you get down to the hinge. So it kind of rounds back in. USA heads don't do that. So this, also USA, you can kind of tell just by looking at the stem, not even because it says USA, but just the feel of it. Anyway, that's a USA as well. This red one as well. He's missing a mustache, which may or may not be legitimate. Depends on how they were packed originally. I knocked down a bunch of Hong Kongs. This one, can you see that cool marbleization in the head? I hope so. That's pretty cool. That's a scratch I didn't notice before. Here's Hong Kong. You got the partial cheek again. You got the less pointy mustache. I shouldn't zoom in on things. 3.4 Hong Kong with a 7 IMC. And you see this. Check out these hats on. Let's see which one. One I knocked over. This is another Hong Kong. But the hats are, they appear to be flimsier. This one in particular. All right. It's not the same quality. And the stems, if you've handled the 3.4, 3.9 Hong Kong stems, you know they're different. And a couple of cool things. You've got this guy hanging out in the back. I don't know why he feels so alone. One of the few with a green insert. We've seen a pony with the green insert, and I think we're going to look at the Maharaja, and you've seen a pirate video also with the green insert. There's some other stuff out there. There are Plutos with green inserts. The Funkos, the Crystal, and this one's kind of fun. This one, couldn't explain it if I tried. There's no patent number. There's no country information. Just a blank stem. So where does that come from? I don't know. With the pointy mustache, that's Austria. The head appears to be Austria. It doesn't have the Yugo marks. It's not Hong Kong. It could be an early Yugo, the 2.6. But this comes from, this stem looks just like the bride and the groom. I wouldn't say it's personalized, missing a sticker, because those are going to have patent information on it. Psychedelic flowers and such from the late 60s. Yeah, I suppose maybe. But those have patent information on it as well. So, where does it come from? What was its purpose? Was it given out at a wedding like the bride and groom? Maybe a fireman wedding. I don't know. That would be nice. Firemen are people too. Thanks, everybody.